buzzer beat to do it all.
Hi, I'm Jesse Kokoza with Trinity Custom Homes, and welcome back to our Siesta Key project. Last time you guys joined us here, we were in process on roof framing. Since then, we have gotten a lot done, as you can see behind us. We've got our interior framing in, we've got all of our mechanical rough ends in, and we've got stucco completed, and we're getting ready to go into insulation and drywall. But before we do, I want to show you guys a couple things that we've done on this project that we're really excited about. All right, so one really cool feature about this house is this set of stairs that I'm standing on here. And you know, what's interesting about it is a lot of times we're asked, you know, what's different about custom home building versus, you know, regular home building? That's a question that we get asked often. And these stairs are a perfect example of that, because this stair set, per the original design, was supposed to be cast in place concrete that would then get some wood clad on it on the levels above and then stone on down below here. But the client came to us after the roof was completed with a picture from a magazine of a really neat set of stairs that had this design and asked us if we can accommodate it. Of course, the original design concrete steps didn't meet that design. And so we worked together with the architect, designer, and structural engineer to be able to come up with this stair design that matched what they were looking for. And I think it's pretty cool. So not specific to the rough ends or the mechanicals, but I just want to take a second to talk about the wood framing that we use for our interior walls, our partition walls. They can be used for load-bearing walls as well, but it's this product called TimberStrand. And this is probably one of the things that we get asked about most when people are looking at our projects and they're asking, hey, why do you guys use that funny looking wood instead of like the regular spruce or pine or whatever? And the reason is because this is an engineered product and it comes out super straight. It's very consistent material where you're not dealing with organic things that happen to, or you're not dealing with things that happen to organic woods, like where it will cup or twist or bend. This is gonna come out, it's always perfectly straight. It's dimensionally accurate across all the boards that you're gonna get. We love using this product, and you know, the other primary reason when I talk about it being straight is most of our projects are gonna get a level 5 drywall. This helps us achieve a perfectly flat wall, and our drywallers love it. All right, so you guys have heard us talk a lot about some of the things that we do to prepare properly for our jobs and to plan, and you know, that goes to talk about the 3D modeling that we do, the layout with the control lines. One of the things that I don't know if we spend a lot of time showing you guys is how we can take that 3D model and we can create 2D plan sets from them. And this is a prime example of kind of the culmination of all of those items. So this is a bathroom layout file that includes elevations for, you know, basically all the walls that are going to be in this particular bathroom. Some of the information that can be found on this is we've got our tile detailed in here, and when you look closely, we've got the actual dimensions of the tile, we've got the grout line of the tile. We have the ability to locate things like shower valves that have to go in before the cement board even goes in, that goes before the tile goes in, so that we can confidently locate those items. And then when the tiler comes in and he's following this, he can place his tile, and then items like those shower valves or the shower head or the shower niches are set exactly to where we wanted them, so that we have clean lines like what we have shown here. One other great benefit of this is we have the ability to add some other items like the bathroom vanity. We work with the cabinet designer, and he's able to provide the CAD files for his cabinets, so we can plug those in right here, and we can identify dimensions for where the cabinet's gonna go. We can expand on this further and identify things like the countertops, but how that's helpful is when we're in the framing stage, we can verify that we've got ample room for the vanity that's already been ordered and put into production with the finishes that are going to be in place, so that we know that the cabinet's going to fit here perfectly when the time comes. The other benefit is that when the cabinet guy actually shows up, he's got everything to work from, and you can see on all of these, we've got these hash lines, and those are those control lines that we talk about in a lot of these videos. And as you can see, a lot of these dimensions are dimensioned right from those control lines, which is this line that you saw got put on the block while we were in block phase. It got transferred over to the furring strips when we got the furring strips on there. So that control line continues to advance as we advance every part of the project. And it's just one thing that we do to make sure that all of the parts and pieces are going exactly how we want them, going in right the first time, finishing out right. Everybody's got a clear understanding of what it's supposed to look like in the end. All right, we are in the electrical equipment room of this house, which as you can see behind me has got a lot of panels, and the electricians have been working tirelessly over the last couple months to get everything traced back to these panels to power this house. We have a total of 5 panels in here, not including the pool panel and the gate panel, but we also have our main distribution panel that feeds all of those. And then we've got our automatic transfer switch for the 125 kilowatt generator that's housed on the roof level. And the great thing about that is it is more than sufficient for the load for this house. So in the event of a power outage, that automatic transfer switch is going to automatically kick on, and it'll be a seamless transfer of power where the generator will run all of the power needs for this house. All right, so we were talking earlier on the stairs about, the custom home building experience, and we've got another fine example is why we have these framed out walls on an exterior wall, why that looks different than some of the other walls that just has furring applied. The reason being is after being contracted for this project and starting, the clients wanted to incorporate some interior solar shades, but they did not want a surface applied solar shade with a valance or something over it. They wanted it within the wall. So early on, prior to constructing these masonry walls, we had to determine how much space was needed to be able to house this roll shade. And that translated into working with our concrete guys and coordinating a notch and then determining how far out we needed to frame this wall in order to have enough space to house that shade. So we've got shade pockets for all of these that are within the wall. So once the drywall goes on, the shade will be able to operate and come down from above the window. Now, as you can see, we've got a big gap up there. And how are we going to close that off? So Doorhouser, the same company that makes all of our caseless and trimless door frames, also makes a shade enclosure system that consists of a mud flange and that acts as a hanger, and then a flap, for lack of a better words, to be able to conceal that space. Now, the flap also has a dual purpose. It's removable after the fact. And so we are going to coordinate during drywall to get all of those Doorhouser shade closures installed so that all you see once it's done is a 1-inch gap where the hem bar of the roll shade or the solar shade will be able to come down, and we're not dealing with a bulky assembly that looks like an after the fact sort of idea. All right, so the modeling process that we're always talking about, when we're doing that, we're looking at all of the items that are going in the house, planning for them accordingly. Here's another perfect example of how that all plays out. So as you can see in this ceiling, we've got these items over here, which are going to be for mud-in speakers that are going to be essentially invisible once the drywall goes in. And then we've got can lights going in. If you'll take notice, all of those items are landing perfectly in the ceiling rafter base that creates this tray ceiling here. Now, that didn't happen by accident. We were able to look at those things during the course of our modeling, understand the specs, and plan for them accordingly, and it works out wonderfully. All right, so when we were in the process of finalizing our door selections, I was talking with our client, and we've got a set of double pocket doors going here that are gonna get a really cool glass design. And if I recall correctly, on that day, this is like the last opening that we were looking at. And we finalized the selections, and the client's standing here, and we're in the area which is going to be the kitchen over here, and you're in the family room, but going into this room through the double doors is going to be the dining room. And the client says to me, she says, you know what I would really love? I would really love it if I could just walk up and hit a button and those doors just open by themselves, and then I can carry the food into the dining room, set it on the table, and then hit a button and the doors close. And so she said, can you make that happen for me? And of course our answer is absolutely. At the time I had no idea that something like this even existed, but we were able to locate this automatic door opener. It's a residential motorized pocket door opener. And so this is gonna be the first time that we put this in a project, and I can't wait to show you guys this when it's in operation. All right guys, thanks again for watching. We hope you're as excited as we are about all these awesome little details and all this hard work that we put into these projects. And next time we see you, we will be wrapping up finishes on this project. Again, thanks for watching. Have an awesome day.